we were talking about being on the road and stuff, and that's I do fly. I go to the airport a lot, and the one way that you know what? Okay, this is what happened. So like my wife never takes me to the airport because it would be unfair to like you're gonna drop me, and this was when we were in LA, and like to drop me off at LAX more than once a year is an insane ask to anybody. So it's like I'd usually just take an Uber or whatever. And but this one time she's like, you know what? You're gonna be gone for a while. Why don't I take you to the airport and we'll get breakfast on the way there? And so we're doing shit and getting ready and whatever. And then somehow it happened where I was like, we're just going out for breakfast in my head. So we go to breakfast. And I was like, oh, that was great. And it's like, okay, now go the rest of the way to the airport. It's like, okay, cool. And we get to the airport and I get out of the car and I realized I didn't bring any bags. Like literally no, like it's like you're just staring at the empty trunk. And you're like, well, what? I was lucky I brought my ID.
Yeah.
So it's like, but there's nothing to do. You have to just go into the airport.
Yeah.
And
she was dropping you off?
Yeah, and she dropped me off. So it's like, I was like, what do I do? And she was like,
go to the airport.
Go. So it was like a college gig in Indiana. And I remember, and it was also like it wasn't just Indianapolis. It was like then a smaller, I think. All I remember is there was a moment where I'm like walking off a plane. It was a small enough plane where it didn't hitch up to the terminal. Mm-hmm. So I was literally walking off a plane with no bags. And I did feel like Jason Bourne. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking an assassin or something.
I've been so bored on that flight too. Just sitting there with nothing.
Well,
no
I had my phone. I had my, which is basically, but yeah, I had, and then it's like, so I get the rental car, and I was like, I guess I'll go to Walmart, and I bought all this shit at Walmart, and they sell luggage at Walmart, but that didn't occur to me at the time. So now I'm walking through the Indianapolis airport, and all I've got is 2 Walmart plastic sacks filled with all of my dirty socks and underwear. And I walked up to the counter. I was very embarrassed. And also like plastic, I don't know if this makes sense to other people, but that's like a novelty for us living in Portland or Seattle. Like we don't have those type of plastic sacks. You have the reusable hard plastic bags. These were like the old school ones where you could rip a hole in them easy. Like
the
very ghetto
like Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, the kind that like have created a 14-mile garbage island in the ocean or whatever. Yeah, it was those. And I walked up to the ticket and I wanted to check them. I was like, I do not want to carry these. And they're like, you can't check these.
Plastic bags.
Shit's going to go everywhere, So I go through security and it's like, all I remember is I call my wife and I was like, this is what do I do? Everyone's making fun of me. She goes, well, did you tie the sacks shut? Like, oh yeah, I would have classed it up. Nobody would have noticed. Just 2 tied.
Just get a stick and hang it over the back of it.
Yeah. So then I get to security, or I get through security, which is very embarrassing, and just putting those on the conveyor belt. Do you ever put something on the conveyor belt and it's not heavy enough to actually go through the little? And you have someone has to like
a log jam.
Like, yeah, I know. That's
like
always,
your shit gets in somebody else's.
Yeah, and it's all socks are falling out and stuff. And so then I get there to my seat and where my gate is, and like again, fly a lot. And this is good advice too. Smart. Stick to an airline. You should just be Alaska Airlines all the time. And I know sometimes you're like, oh, it's more expensive. It's worth it. I promise you it's worth it. And one way that it's worth it is that sometimes you get bumped up to first class. And I got bumped up to first class on my Walmart plastic sacks flight. And people were so confused. Like, literally, I didn't know until like right before on the app it shows up. And then they call first class and I stand up. My Walmart. They're like, the Walmart dude? The Walmart dude has first class. And so, yeah, I went on there. I felt like it was in Pretty Woman, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, remember me? Big mistake. So then I get on the plane and the flight attendant is like, what? How did this dude get on the plane?
Do you have any bags? Just these?
I was like, hang these with the other coats. And that was it. So,
did they give you like champagne or anything?
Yeah. I was like, I will have some champagne. No, I don't need a glass. Just fill up the Burger King cup. And
that's so funny.
We can be on our way.